Hello everyone, my name is Miss Findlay and I am going to explain to you guys how the course selection registration process is going to work for the 2017-18 school year. The process begins with the course selection forms. You guys are going to receive these forms based on your grade level. There will be a form handed out for students who are rising seniors, a form handed out different for students who are rising juniors and rising sophomores. Everyone has a separate form that they will be required to take home, share with their parent, go over any of their course options, have that discussion so that you can make sure that when you return these forms that they have accurate choices that you and your parents agree on for your electives. Now, I'd also encourage everyone to go ahead and start having conversations with their current core teachers so that you can determine whether or not you would like to take pre-AP, college prep, or AP courses. These forms can be expected to be given out to students in early February. They will need to be returned within a week. Starting in mid-February and early March, students will have an individual meeting with their counselor to discuss their choices for electives and their level of course placement, whether you've selected that you would like to take pre-AP, college prep, or AP courses. Through these one-on-one meetings, we'll be available to answer any questions and to make sure that we get your choices for classes entered in correctly. The meetings will, take place between mid-February and early March. There will be a schedule that comes out. Each grade level counselor will be meeting through English, history, and science classes. Now, it's the student's responsibility before meeting with their counselor that they need to speak to their parents about their elective choices, make sure that they understand what level of placement they would like to take for their core courses, and to review the graduation requirements. The graduation requirements will be covered shortly. If you are interested in programs like dual enrollment, programs offered through the Madison County Career Technical Center, early graduation, early release, etc., then you're going to need to go ahead and have done your research on these programs to find out if, one, you're eligible, and two, it is a program that you're really interested in pursuing. We'll be available to discuss these with you, but you will need to make sure that it is something you're interested in and have reviewed before you bring up the idea in your counselor meeting. During the individual sessions, like I said, we're going to discuss the classes that you've selected to take, but we're going to also review your transcripts and your standardized test scores to make sure that the choices that you've made are supported by your previous performance. The course selection confirmation forms, basically what we're talking about on this slide is sometime in May you're going to receive an actual schedule that outlines the choices that you have made for classes. Based on what you've given us and what we've entered as your course selections, we're going to provide back to you the listing of classes that you are going to ultimately be scheduled for. At this time, you will take this home, you will have a parent review it, you guys will take a look at it, make sure that everything is correct, because once all of the numbers are entered into the master schedule, courses are set, teachers are hired, books are ordered. There are lots of things that are confirmed and take place because of the courses that you say you would like to take. Once you leave campus for the summer, everyone must have submitted any elective changes, any schedule changes, course levels, electives, whatever it is, has to be submitted before they leave for the summer, because we will not be taking any course changes or schedule changes when we come back in the fall. When we come back in August, everyone's schedule will be what it is unless there is an actual mistake. The computer placed you in the wrong class or a class that you'd already completed. So please make sure that when you receive your verification forms that you do review them and make sure that you turn in any changes in a timely manner. The actual student schedule will be generated over the summer and available for you to see in July when you pick it up during Senator's Day. Your course confirmation sheet that you're going to receive before school gets out will list the name of your classes. It will not have a period that it is scheduled for, and it will not tell you what teacher is assigned to that. That information will be available to you in July after the schedule has been confirmed. Now, as far as graduation requirements go, all students are required to take 4 English 9, 10, 11, and 12. Everyone has to have 4 math credits. Algebra 1 and geometry are required. After that, we have some ability to, make some adjustments to the math classes the third and fourth choices that you have. Everyone has to take 4 science credits. A biology and a physical science class are required, and not physical science is required, but a physical science is required. So it could be chemistry, physics, or physical science. Everyone is required to take 4 credits of social studies. That includes world history, U.S. history 10, U.S. history 11, and government and econ. Everyone is required to have 1 credit of life PE, a half a credit of health, 1 credit of career preparedness, 3 credits of required electives. Required electives are career tech classes, world languages, or fine arts courses. You can have any combination of these 3 types of courses to compile your 3 credits required for graduation of required electives. And then you're required to have 2.5 credits of other electives. And this can be, extra English classes, extra science, extra language, any other type of class that you wanted to take on top of the 3 required elective credits. Make sure that you review your graduation requirements with the courses that you've already taken so that you know what you need to complete before choosing classes for next year. Teacher recommendations are not going to be required to be placed into a pre-AP or AP course this year. You're not going to have to run around finding someone to sign off on your form saying that you can take these classes. However, there are parameters in place so that students are placed appropriately in the correct level of rigor based on their past performance. Students who'd like to take an AP course should have earned an 85 or better in their current content area. Students who want to take a pre-AP should have earned an 80 or better in that current content area. These criteria are there to make sure that we don't overwhelm you or put you into a class where you're not prepared for that level of academic rigor. Students not meeting these requirements will have to submit an override form with parent and student signature, but teacher recommendations are not required, but I do encourage you to speak to your teachers before you make these selections of pre-AP and AP. Other academic opportunities that are available to our students, like the dual enrollment or the C Exploratory Enrichment Program, there are going to be a few adjustments this year. Seniors who are interested, or rising seniors who are interested in taking the C program, are really asking for work exit or early release from school to go to work. Those students will be signing up for co-op. Co-op earns a credit. It counts as a required elective, and it can be a GPA booster for our senior students. So students who are interested in work release or leaving campus early to go to their job will be routed through early release co-op program. Dual enrollment students who are taking classes on college campuses will be considered for the C program. So dual enrollment will go through C, work release will go through co-op. These are some of the new changes that we're trying to instill for our students this coming school year. Students interested in taking classes at the Madison County Career Technical Center should review their programs. Sparkman High School also has a variety of career technical programs. You don't have to leave campus to pursue some of these options. If you're interested in researching the virtual school or taking virtual class options through the state's Access course or through Madison County's virtual program, then you're just going to need to look up this information, do a little bit of research using the Madison County School System's High School Academic Guide and Course Catalog, which will be available on the website very soon. If you have any questions, please feel free to email your grade level counselor between now and your proposed schedule for classroom individual sessions. We're looking forward to meeting with everyone individually and working out everyone's schedule to meet their graduation needs. Thanks.